Music. Ooh, this story right here.
Mm.
Music producer Chris Stokes is responding to fans who called him out about an alleged sex abuse claims made by former artist Raz B. One follower sent Chris a DM accusing him of rape, but his response said, "I have never did anything to Raz B. Those are all lies." All of this stems from a video posted by Rasby over the weekend saying Chris Stokes is trying to keep him from telling his story. Ladies, will this battle on social media solve anything? And have y'all seen the messages?
I
Yeah.
haven't seen the messages, but here's the thing though. When someone finally has the courage to tell their story because for whatever reason it was suppressed inside of them and they really feel the lack of embarrassment, because embarrassment can stop you from telling your truth because you're wondering what everybody's going to think of you, especially when you've had this ultimate career. And so things have happened in his life that catapulted him to saying, no, I remember, and I'm no longer embarrassed to tell the situations. And I may not have you all support other band members, but I remember this. So I'm so sure something is going to come out that he gonna come up with some receipts, because here's the thing, he's really going to need them, because nowadays proof is in the pudding for real. So you need something more than just your words and then Chris words to say yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. You know what I mean? You need something. So I'm here for it. I'd love to hear the story. I want to know what really happened.
And I love that Raz B is like, I am not going to apologize for my story. You are not going to bully me. You are not going to make me disappear. This is my story, and I will tell it. I'm not scared of anyone. And that's courage, because you have to realize for a young man that that if it's sexual, that who's going to come at him or make him feel inappropriate. Why would you do this? Or does that mean you're this? All the judgment that comes down on that, instead of understanding, because that's what's needed more than anything else, is understanding that it happened. If it happened, let him get his therapy or whatever help that is that he needed. Let him face his truth. Let him have his truth.
Yeah.
And people are so mean when it's a man that comes.
Yes.
I mean to women too, especially if it's a black woman. They why
Mhm.
you take so long, and if he's famous, you're just a gold digging bitch. And for
Right.
a man to come out and say what he said, a man telling you or talking about being raped is, whether you believe it or you don't, that is his story. And to say that, and the ridicule, the way that people want to slap a leg, oh, you're just gay or you're just this, and
Yeah.
diminish
Yeah.
the story.
Yeah.
He was on the verge of suicide at one point.
Yes.
He was so depressed. He left the country. Something's obviously going on with him, and I hope he gets help. I really do. Raspy is a sweetheart.
He is. And do you remember that they did the tour? They started the tour, and I think he showed up, or some showed up, and he was like, "I quit. That was part of my deal." Like, he's been solid with his conviction of his experience. So it's like, at some point, y'all, somebody ain't lying. That if he keeps on having this reaction and the same story is told,
it's like seeing your predator, and when you finally see him, you get nervous again, like, oh my God, I don't have to go through this.
right?
So you're torn and you're fighting with yourself on the inside and outside. Nobody should go through that.
Selena, what do you think?
You know, we've been hearing this story for a long time, right? Like, we've been hearing this story ever since they broke up. Like, and so what I'm wondering is, what is it for him? I mean, other than the obvious, but what is it for him, for Raz B, to get this out? Is it justice? Is it you want them to go to jail? Because I saw like a video where he was like, "You're gonna do this bid." Does he want them to go to jail? What needs to? I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what is the angle in this respect. Like, if they've already been to court, have they been to court? Like,
I don't know if it's like, evidently
Trying to
it must
get
be
to
something,
court?
because at this point, if they had been to court, there would have been a cease and desist. You know what I mean? There would have been like, okay, we're settled. This matter's settled. Don't keep talking about this. So maybe that's the reason behind him continually talking about it, that he needs closure.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to now they do have like certain, ramifications on how it can be spoken of and things of that nature, but I'm just trying to figure out why it keeps coming up and nothing is being done about either side. You know
I
what I'm
can
saying?
answer
Like,
that, because even when you have to go to court for someone else, it still takes you money. You have to still produce money. You still have to be able to pay your court costs, fees, your lawyers. So it's no, secret that the band is no longer together and that they're not touring. And so therefore there's no money coming in. So we don't know how much of financial responsibility he has. And so he may not be able to get any solid person that's just going to work on the behalf of just pro bono,
So that's sad. That's true.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
We're going to take a quick break, and I really hope, for the sake of all parties involved, that the truth comes out, whatever that truth is. And if there needs to be some justice being served, then justice needs to be served. And I want Rasby to get the help he needs. I think he's a nice person, and he's clearly, something happened to that boy in his life, that man in his life. He is a hurt person, and that's all I say about that. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we have more Cocktails with Queens right after.